Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows.
Good day. Today we're tackling Mount Sentinel. It's in Missoula, Montana. When you arrive here, it's right next to Washington Grizzly Stadium. The parking area, I think it costs about $1 an hour to park here. The hike itself takes about half an hour to get to the M, which I'll show you here in a bit. If you go all the way to the top, it's about an hour and a half. In the parking area, they do have some free parking spots. You can see one's open now, but generally I understand those fill up pretty quickly. So some nice views at the trailhead. You got Mount Jumbo right here, and this is Mount Sentinel. Let's giddy up.
Lay there on the kitchen floor. It seems like you can't take no more. I'm sorry, but when my engine starts, I just can't get enough. I'll let you up and tie it down.
So here at the trailhead, the elevation is 3,222 feet. That's 983 meters. So far, it's a fairly steep incline, about 35%, 40%.
At my feet, yeah. So take me higher, baby, let's go and hit the streets, yeah.
The trail itself, I had suspected that it was going to be icy, but it's just fine. I could see it might get a little muddy. This is late November in Missoula, Montana. Current temperature is 35 degrees. So just a short ways up, we've already got a place where you can sit and take a rest. So some beautiful views, even a short ways up.
So don't be shy, just come and see. I'll show you places you've never been before.
So there's been a lot of switchbacks on this trail, and what I've noticed is about every 100 feet you got some seats to sit down on and rest. So approximately halfway up the mountain, I've noticed there's no more chairs to sit on. It seemed like they had one on every switchback, but it looks like they're under construction. So I highly suspect that in the future they'll be there all the way up. So far, the trail has been perfect. It's well maintained, and it's a very, very high traffic trail. I've seen absolutely no litter so far. So people are picking up their trash, and it's well maintained. So far, we still haven't made it to the top of Mount Sentinel, but we're stopping to take a little break. Mount Sentinel was once named Mount Woody. Not sure how Mount Woody got its name. Not many trees on this mountain, so we'll just leave it at that. Mount Sentinel, I really don't know how it got its name either. Mount Sentinel means a person or a thing keeping watch. With Mount Sentinel being at the edge of the Missoula Valley, I highly suspect that Sentinel means to it that it's standing watch over the city, and there are some incredible views of the city that you get from here. Yeah, I'll turn the camera around and show you.
Let you up and tie it down, so you'll be here, won't sneak around. I'll lace you up and put you on. Running for you every day and night. I'm running for you, gotta move, don't want no ride.
So we made it to the M on Mount Sentinel, right behind me here, the concrete M. So at the M, we're at 3,878 feet. That's 1,182 meters. Now an M on Mount Sentinel has stood here since 1908. This one here, made of concrete, was built in 1968. So beyond making it to the M, 3/4 of a mile up, and it was about 35–40% incline. You got this one trail, not hard to get lost. Just follow the only other trail, which continues to lead you up to the top of Mount Sentinel. And it looks like over here on Mount Jumbo, they have a trail leading up to the L there. And it's not a hike for today, but maybe another time. So the trail leading to the top takes you to the top of the M. Nice resting spot. This hike up Mount Sentinel, I would have to say it's pretty much for everyone, at least to the M, since it has so many seats along the way where you can stop and rest. It has wide trails, so it is pretty much handicap accessible also, except every once in a while you'll come across railroad ties for flood drainage. So if you're in a wheelchair, that would be rather difficult to pass by. So anyway, beyond the M, the hike up to the top of Mount Sentinel, it turns into about a 65–70 degree angle at times. A little bit more difficult, but again, there's rocks you can stop and sit on like I am. So we made it to the top of Mount Sentinel, the city of Missoula. The valley area is right behind me. It's currently 5,150 feet. That would be 1,570 meters. Currently here at the top of Mount Sentinel, it's 50 degrees. That's 10 degrees Celsius. As you can see, I shed my jackets. It was a little warm coming up, rather steep. It's a far cry from a week ago when I was in Orlando, Florida at 80-degree weather. So late November, when there's no snow on the trail, this is the perfect time to hike Mount Sentinel. The ground didn't really get muddy at all. The ground was still frozen a bit. So perfect hike, nice weather, beautiful views. In fact, looking out over the city on these gorgeous views, these are hygge moments. So today I brought with me a Life Water. It's made out of purified water. Would you expect a beer at 10:30 in the morning? Not likely. So this is the first dog I've seen on the hill. Rather surprising because it is high traffic trail. I saw lots of dog tracks, but very few, only the one dog so far. So as you can see from this view, the Clark Fork River runs through downtown Missoula. So as the rock says here, we're at the high point of Glacial Lake Missoula. So those of you that don't know, all of this area that you're looking at down below this point was all water. It was all flooded. It was flooded because glaciers in the Idaho area backed up the Clark Fork River, creating the Glacial Lake Missoula. When the glaciers broke in Idaho, it sent a wall of water running 30 to 50 miles per hour to the west towards the Pacific. But pretty surprising that all of this would have been flooded. So at the top of the M here, you get some excellent views of the University of Montana right behind me. The University of Montana actually owns Mount Sentinel. The University of Montana consistently has over 10,000 students a year. It was established in 1893. So as you've seen, heading back down, come across a lot more dogs. The early crowd must not bring dogs, but the later afternoon crowd is bringing them on. So in a lot of my hikes, I notice people often are wearing earbuds or headphones of whatever type, listening to music while they're hiking. That's something I don't prefer to do. I prefer to take in nature to its fullest and listening to the sounds all around you. So right behind me here, you have Washington Grizzly Stadium. That's where the Montana Grizzlies play.